this at least, this exact same one. So it, it did what it needed to keep this phone going for another year. The last generation of these 6S, 7, 7 Plus, all those 8 Plus, excuse me. But yeah. What else to show you guys here? I ended up getting all my music transferred over. That took me a few. I didn't realize that you had to have you had to do it through iTunes and all that. You just can't just put it straight on the phone and all that. Skyview is a fun app. Helix. It's amazing how fast this phone really does go, though, when you're just going through apps compared to this. And I thought this thing with this last update it's gotten, the 7.0 Android, it looks great. Like everything's pretty nice and updated. It works good, but not near as smooth as this. Not even close. Would have I liked getting the Note 8? Yeah. I was just kind of sick of the Samsung interface, and with the latest update on here, it was kind of fairly close to that. I know the S8's a hell of a phone still and indifferent, but I just couldn't bring it to buy another one at this time. Maybe I'll get an S9 or S10 someday later, depending on what they have to bring to the table. But so far, I'm really liking this iPhone. I didn't want to get the new 10X, whatever people are calling it. I think it's really the 10. I just didn't feel like doing that one. I really wanted to go with something with a home button, get really familiar with the device, for a year, two, whatever, if I end up staying with this one or staying with the iPhones after this. Getting real familiar with it, instead of just jumping into it, never having one, getting the 10, doing all gestures and all that, and I'd played with them before plenty of times, and I just prefer, right now, if there's a home button, I would prefer to have one. I wish they kind of would have went the way the S8 went with the software home button. If they would have done that, I think I definitely would have went with a 10 then and waited it out. But really pleased with this 10 so far, or excuse me, this 8. My first video here. Just updated to iOS 11.1 the other day on it. Not too much is different on it. Like if you open up a few apps here, you can go like this to pull that up. That's nice to be able to go back and do that. I'd heard that was on an older version of iOS that I probably didn't see before I had an iPhone here. Future videos will look better. Like I said, I'm filming from an 5S here. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst either. I had a Galaxy S4 I was going to try and film this on. And, not too long ago it didn't run too bad, but it's got the newest firmware on it too. And it's just not running. I couldn't get it to barely pull up anything yesterday. It was struggling to work, so I was like, well, we'll film it from this one. Usually, I remember when I first got that S4, it filmed video really well and pictures, and it still does, but it was just struggling trying to do this, and I want to have something reliable to try to film a video here and not have anything crash. Anything else I can think of here while I have these two open? Oh, what I do love about here's a picture of my grandma and I do love these live videos. My grandma was moving out of her house here. She sat for many years, and I was just taking some pictures around the house, a little bit of video and whatnot. I love that live picture, how they do that, where it catches some frames before and after the actual picture that it has saved right there. Yeah, Galaxy camera, fantastic too. kind of just what you prefer. I didn't realize how oversaturated it can get though and overprocessed. I think that's where you get some of that. There's a cat there. Cat Leo. It's actually right there, sleeping away. And you probably can't tell too much from this video how the S6 actually looks with the camera, but do prefer this one obviously over that. This 2.5-year-old camera. I had gotten this this live wallpaper you're seeing right before I switched over to this, and it's pretty good. See how it kind of, probably hard to tell from here, but these things move around with it. It's pretty amazed. I know these phones could even do something like that. Kind of similar to how, probably hard to see in here, how that the moon moves around, or any picture you pick. If you pick what's it called? Perspective, so it's kind of like that, except, and there's other ones on there too, but it's just a wallpaper. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Future videos to come here, better video quality. Sorry about the shakiness of the video too. I'm just holding this phone in my hand. In the future I plan to do more phone reviews. I have a whole bunch of older phones, just old comparison stuff, and I'm sure I'll get new ones too. I have tons of Laserdisc, DVD, HD, DVD, Blu-ray, all that. I like to upscale video and whatnot, and just try to get the old stuff I couldn't afford when I was a kid, you know. And that's where what kind of brought me back to Apple was I had all the old Macintoshes when I was a kid, all the Performas, Mac TV, you know, back when it wasn't popular. Everybody said it wasn't compatible with everything, but everybody knew how smooth it ran, and it's kind of always been the same formula that they've always had, like even since the Apple IIe back then, just the way everything was, you know, and same, like I said, same formula, just new age. This is, you know, what we use instead of those mainly. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye.